Okay, right here in this area where the bolt is, I can tell I got way too much in there. So I'm using a little flexible sanding board. And I'm trying to cut this section down. I also got quite a bit in here. It's really going to be kind of hard to get it done. I've got too much Bondo in it. I'm going to take my drill and my wire brush and clean this up a little, and then I'll go back to hand sanding it. Now this might be worth watching. I've got my little drill in here. That's cutting it down pretty good. So that's pretty close. And then I'll use my hand sandpaper. I'm trying to get this round radius right here. Cleaned up. So that's not bad. Got a fairly sharp corner in there. I'm going to blow this all out, and then I'm going to put a piece of tape in here so I don't fill that up again. Alright, these corners here now, I used my little rotary tool, and I got in there and I very carefully cleaned them up and then sanded them. So the bottoms here are good. It's probably upside down, but there's the other side. And they're really kind of hard to sand right in there. Any little stuff I'll be able to fill up with glazing putty. So I don't want to get any more big Bondo in there. It's too hard to sand out. So I'm going to tape the bottom so I don't get any more bottom, or I'll get more Bondo on it, but I can just pull the tape off. Well, this is all pretty nicely prepped. I've got some tape. This yellow tape, I haven't used it before. It seems to stick good on dry Bondo, and it's pretty strong. I use a green tape, or I just use all kinds of tape, but this yellow tape is pretty good, 3M. Anyway, I cut my hole out here where that cardboard is. I'll get Bondo in it, but at the end of when I get through smoothing, I just drag my scraper through there and it'll leave me another hole. So I've got it taped here so I don't get any more Bondo down into the bottom of that groove, and I'll be able to fill all this up and feather it back into here. So the whole purpose of this next one is to mix up some good runny Bondo and just fill this whole area. And then after that, I'll be able to sand this down with a board sander. It'll straighten it all out, and then I can pull my tape off, and that'll leave me a pretty good curve, and then a little hand sanding, and this should be done. Start. is kind of runny. And I've got a good spatula. Mix this up real good here. And this should fill this up with should be the last time. Might harden on me before I finish, but again, I'm just using a lot of pressure on it, getting it into those scratches. I'm not really pressing it into where my crack is yet. I am trying to fill up these corners here. Trying to avoid that crack for now. Just get this stuff spread on. Make sure I got any low spots being filled. I've got a pretty good chunk right here in the corner I need to fix. Put an extra lot in this area because I can see it's low. There we go. Now just kind of smooth it out a little. Feather it up into this top part here, making sure I get all of my corners and cracks that I want to. Got a little right here in this corner. Yeah, this is good. The Bondo's still wet. I'm still able to flow it in. Up. I don't really worry about having too much Bondo on it. And then just using this where I got little low spots. This actually looks pretty good. Might have a little I need right here. I'll take some off the top. Try to fill this little corner. Yeah, that's good. Main thing here is I want to get plenty of Bondo on it so I don't have to come back and do it again. And there might be some right in this area. The Bondo's starting to stiffen up. So it looks pretty bad right now, but like I say, you don't want to once it starts to stiffen, you're just wasting your time if you try to smooth something out. It won't smooth out, it'll just dig more holes in it. And I didn't waste very much Bondo here. Clean this off with a rag. Shut off our cameras. Yeah, I got plenty on there. Alright, this stuff is still pretty wet. I can't really take my plane to it. but it's plenty wet to cut, and I'm just cutting it here. I'm leaving a generous area that I can sand later. I'm just knocking off some of the high spots. You can trim your Bondo with a razor blade pretty easily without messing it up. And you know, you've got a couple minutes, few seconds. You have time to do that. See, that's pulling off that tape real nice. Yeah, the Bondo's not sticking to the tape at all. So that's good. Trying to keep my crack clean here. I can feel it just barely sticky a little bit. Perfect time to take the old Bondo plane to it. Just knock down my bad highs. Save myself some sand. Plane across there. Pretty good shape, and before it gets super hard, I'm gonna go ahead and fire up my board, and we'll knock this down. Camera off. Well, that's all board sanded down. Try to get my tape off of here and see what happens. Bondo's holding it down pretty good. Get my razor knife out. Try to cut some of this. Just break it off. Probably should have done this while the Bondo wasn't so hard. There we go. Coming off well. Just slowly trimming it up. That's pretty clean. A little left right here. Yeah, so that's not bad at all. It's good enough for sandpaper. If I can find some. There we go. try this with a board for starters. Do the corner on it. Let's use it by finger so I have a radius. Good. Got a little low spot right here, but that'd be pretty easy to fix. Looks like I might have a little tape under there still. Nope. That's all good. I've got some cardboard right here, and sandpaper does a good job on cardboard. Got most of that out. Just a little left. I just have to sand this whole section here with the straight sandpaper. And I'll cut all the rest of that cardboard out. And we shouldn't have any bondo on the bottom. Twist it just a little, that'll give me my radius. Yeah, that's looking good. Still have a little cardboard down in there. Yep. Saw away on this. Using the edge of that sandpaper like a saw. Open that gap up good. Bring you over to this side. See if we can get you set up here. Yeah, you can see that. And tape come off good there. Just break this bondo loose right where I know I don't need it. Should be able to get the tape off. Got a little left right there. That's good. And a little sandpaper on the edge of a stiff board. Cleaning that radius up real nice. Should have got just a little more bondo in there. Didn't. That's good. And then the straight finger pressure around the edge off a little. That's all looking good. Work here on this top a little. Good, I'm seeing rust come out of it, so I'm into the metal. It's not bad at all. Got a little right in the bottom. Fold my sandpaper a different way. Yep, clean that up. Cut my excess Bondo off of here. And this tape ought to come out pretty easy. Yep. Got just a little rough spot in here. Around that edge a bit. Looks good. Get down in here. Getting the rest of my cardboard out of there. Putting a little pressure on this back piece to put an upper radius on it. That looks pretty good. I still got a little rough right in this area. I got 99% of that out. Just a little tape right here. Let's get that out of there. Get that little tiny corner. All right, that's pretty much done. It's got a little crookedness to it. But I'll go ahead and put this this board back in here. And that's a pretty straight area. That's kind of straightened it up a little. Cut a little too much radius in it here. I'll round that off. Round this one off. So there we go. I got to take this hood off. So when I get the hood off, I'll be able to cut that dead straight and cut this one dead straight. I mean, I can play with it now. But it's kind of hard to straighten that up with, you know, a loose piece of sandpaper. Whenever I get it off, then I can put the board sander in there and I can cut this all dead straight. So anyway, there's a final product of this corner. I've got some little fine stuff that's probably going to get filled with glazing putty. It's this side I got to clean up too. No use you watching that, it's the same procedure. So we'll go back, I'll finish this up and get a bite to eat, and we'll press on with the next part. We'll probably work on these sides here, but basically the procedure is going to be exactly the same. You know, I'll go in here with sandpaper and the board and round this all out, and finish this off with the DA. It'll make it all nice and smooth. And I still got to work on my corners, and that one over there has got to be filled. So anyway, we'll see what happens next after that. Just give you a little close-up. You can see where I've ground this metal off almost to nothing right here, and I ground it pretty good right in here. Probably the curve was wrong to start with. This body line is fairly straight, and I just made that. I just eyeballed it in there. I should have took my time, made it a little better. I didn't. So let's get this marked up with tape, and then it'll give you a much better idea of what I got to do. Well, here's a kind of a done deal. It's the same width, pretty close anyway, and it's all pretty smooth across there. I got a lot of little stuff that needs to be picked up, but that's what the primer does. Same thing here with this cowl. It's still a little bit wet, but it's real straight and level across there. You can see I've got kind of a little hump in it here. Looks good. It's going to have a really nice body line there. So this one took a lot longer. It took me most of the day to do this. I was kind of hoped I'd get to this side. This one won't take too much. I see I have some metal sticking out here, so I do the same thing. I'll just grind this off. Use my little corner tool, get these corners straight. Now I can glaze it. I'll sand it first with 80 grit and then glaze it. And so like and subscribe, guys. Tell a friend. Help me support the channel. And we'll press on with more content.